Here we go, another bench day, April 9th, 2015. Overall goal today is speed, form, and consistency throughout each lift. Here I am opening up with 225. Again, overall goal is form, making sure I'm getting my feet underneath me, making sure I'm pushing my heels through the floor, and making sure that I'm really exploding at the bottom of the lift and pushing through the lift at lockout. So again, 225, move pretty good. I think it's important that whether you have 135 pounds on the bar or 500 pounds on the bar, that your bar speed stays somewhat consistent, that your power, force, and form all remain consistent as well. So it's very important that you emphasize that through each lift, no matter whether you're warming up and or you're at a maximal effort lift. So here I'm with 315. Again, move pretty smooth. Again, exploding through the bottom of the lift and really pushing through the top of the lift. Overall, felt pretty good today. I wanted to move up in weight, but I stayed at 405. Here's 405 for a pause rep. Not the longest pause, but just enough to, again, focus on exploding at the bottom of the lift and really pushing at the top of the lift. So it felt pretty good. Here's 405 again. Hit this for a pretty fast triple. Of course, my mind is telling me to move up in weight, but at the same time, I know I have to control and recover a little bit here. So somewhat of a deload day for me on the bench press. So here's 405 for a nice triple. Again, trying to focus on keeping the form consistent and making sure I'm really pushing through the floor and emphasizing pushing through the top of the lift. After I did 405 as somewhat of a heavy weight and opened up some muscles doing that weight, such as fast twitch muscles, some different nerves, I ended my bench with a 225 rep bench. Again, the goal here is getting blood into those muscles for recovery purposes, for injury prevention purposes, and just really making sure a lot of blood and endurance is put into the muscle. So hit a few reps here, felt pretty good. Got a lot of blood in there. And overall, decent bench, felt pretty good. Next, I moved over into an extension exercise. My Thursdays, which are traditionally my maximal effort days, I always like to throw in an extension exercise following my bench, whether that be what you see here, a dumbbell rollover, JM press, or some form of skull crusher movement. I like to throw in an extension exercise, which really helps or focuses on the inner tricep, which is huge for your lockout strength on your bench. So here's some dumbbell rollovers. Again, emphasis here is the inside tricep and really focusing on rolling the weight over and then coming out of the hole and exploding, with lockout. So it's a great exercise. I really enjoy doing it. After my extension work, I moved over into some shoulder work, which is pretty traditional for me on a Thursday maximal effort day. Any shoulder movement from dumbbell bench to dumbbell incline bench to seated military dumbbell to seated barbell military to what you see here, standing barbell military, is very important to keep the shoulders strong, which then in turn play a huge role in your bench press. Here's 225. Again, speed, not really worried about reps, just trying to get speed and lockout, and really thinking about how much it'll benefit my bench. Again, that being the overall goal. Through each exercise that I do, remember they're all assistant to the bench press and or any other main lift. So here I am. I move over to some dumbbell rows with 150-pound dumbbells. Dumbbell rows are probably one of my favorite exercises, from endurance to overall strength to benefiting pretty much all main lifts, but mainly your bench, and obviously your deadlift. These play a huge role in that. So again, my goal here with the dumbbell rows is really emphasizing lat strength and lat blood flow, which then plays a huge role in the lat movement and lat control in your bench press. So as I'm doing these, I am thinking about how these benefit my bench and how important my lats are in my bench press. I almost envision the bench while I'm doing these, which is very important. So I got quite a few reps here. Again, goal was not reps. The goal here is blood flow and really making sure I'm activating the muscle, the lat muscle particularly. So they felt pretty good. And again, it's important to make sure that when you're doing these movements, you're really focusing and thinking about how it's incorporating or benefiting your bench. So this is a great movement to do that. Overall, had a pretty good day. Pretty happy with everything. No injuries, so I'm feeling good. No tweaks, no minor pulls. Everything is coming along pretty nicely. Had a decent week this week. Obviously focused on some reps, some heavier weight when it was a deadlift day. Hit some good reps on my bench day on Monday. Hit 315 for 21 reps, so that felt good. So we'll keep pushing, keep staying focused, and more to come. More to come. Strength is a never-ending tunnel, man. You just got to keep pushing, staying focused, and making sure you give it everything you got no matter what. So here we go, another bench day in the books. Please subscribe. Let's get it in.